Hey all. Every once in a while I'll just do a YouTube search for isolated guitar. Especially with headphones on, you can hear stuff really well. And this one came up, Rain. And there are all kinds of YouTube videos and explanations online and discussions about they recorded it at speed and then slowed everything down so the pitch changed. So I think John is doing A, D, and E as the main chords, or at least those shapes. And it sounds G, C, and D since everything's slowed down. Then there's that other guitar, which is the crucial one in the tune. So with the headphones on and listen to them isolated, I always thought that might be open G, and you can do it in open G and it sounds pretty good. But I was listening today, I had one of those eureka moments, and it's in the outro. After the vocal's really done, but right before he gets into the backwards vocal part, it does this. And I was like, he just gave me the tuning. So this is what I came up with. The low E, I have it tuned to up to G, but the way I'm doing this arrangement, I don't even use the low E, so do with it what you will. But I ended up with G, A goes all the way down to D. And you definitely hear that note in the outro, which is kind of cool. So that goes G, D, G, G, B, D. Hard to keep them in tune when they're sort of wobbly like that. So this is what I came up with. For the intro. So for most of the song though, it's just the D, G, B, and E strings. You don't use that A till a little later, but at least in my arrangement of it. So the intro is do 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 do. The only thing being fretted there is the the B string at the first fret. So in the verse it goes. First fret, and then G string second fret. It, right? And then now that's hard to get that one that low. And that the rain. It does sound a little wonky, but that is it. When you listen to the headphones and listen to the isolated track, it's B at the first fret and then the D at the second fret. Now, since they slowed everything down, this is probably everything tuned up one step. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't be, these wouldn't be tuned up. The A string wouldn't be tuned all the way down to D, be at E. But try this. see how you make out with that. But I think that's it, because during that outro, after the very last, "When is There's so much going on in that tune. Ringo's drumming, of course, is phenomenal. No one else could play that tune the way he did it. The way he does the drum fills almost in reverse. But there's also, like, in the end of the second verse or the first verse, where the whole thing, not just Ringo, but the whole band, continues like an extra half of a measure there and sort of spills into the end of the chorus. You got to listen to it and try to track it and play, especially when you're playing along on the guitar part with it. It's hard to follow that because they extend it just a little bit too long, but it sounds totally right. And Ringo just blows right through with his drum fill. Just blows right through the end of it and keeps going. And that's not an accident or anything. That's just the genius of Ringo. One of the finest drum performances, not only in the Beatles catalog, but in all of rock and roll as far as I'm concerned. But try that tuning.